So we're in Fortingall. This is the property that myself and Up and Down had viewed to make purchase just around, oh, what was that, about 21, 22 years ago. This was going to be our family home, and it's a very well kept garden. This is the road to Glenlyon. So one of the reasons she wanted to live in this particular location was the number of apple trees, and she's very fond of apples, and of course the cherries and the likes. This is as I say, Fortingall. We may have some interference from a tractor which is busy harrowing in the fields just to the south, but as I say, we're in the entrance area of Glenlyon. This is the Fortingall Hotel. It's a very grand place. I've not stayed in the Fortingall Hotel, so I might just book in. Let me just see where. It's a 4-star small hotel, so that's very nice. Look at the lovely roses. Going back a wee bit now though. Oh, look at that. Heavenly scent. Oh, it's beautiful. Some fine geraniums. So the U-bar is currently closed, by the looks of things. So I'm going to book into the Fortingall Hotel. That's my treat. I'll do that shortly. So we're now making entrance to the Fortingall Kirk, and of course the connection with the Pontius Pilate's yew tree. So I'll put some information up. Probably too much to absorb, but there's another very peaceful graveyard to be well, showing respect to the fallen dead. I do wish that Up and Down would get it together and say, oh, come up and I'll join you for a stay at the Fortingall Hotel. What does this say, Andrew? Up ahead stands Fortingall's oldest resident, a 5,000-year-old yew tree. So that's it there. Yew trees are often associated with ancient kirk sites and burial sites, of course. It's a common place to find yew, but yeah, I have seen this one before, but I thought I'd bring you here today. Let me just let you know. Before the arrival of Christianity, the yew was known as the tree of eternity. And number 8 is a sign of eternity, isn't it? Infinity. And it's easy to see why. At about 500 years old, long after most other trees have died, the yew starts to grow again. The otherworldly power meant early peoples revered the yew, and the tree marked their places of worship. That's what I just said. Little wonder then that when early Christians came to Fortingall in the 7th century, they decided to build a new church next to the ancient yew. So that's all makes good sense, doesn't it? It is a very nice grave yard. What else do we have here? Roman legions. There's a lot of Roman history in these parts. Christians, warriors, explorers, scholars, kings and queens, worshippers through the ages, and Up and Down. I mean, even if we go back a way, according to this, we have the Scots, we have the Picts, the reindeer, boar and wolf. Actually, did you know, in Bronze Age man, I'm going to say, did you know that the last wolf in Scotland was actually shot and killed in Glenturret, near Crieff? There's that noisy tractor in the background. I might go down and ask him to hush for a few moments and stop his work, have his lunch break. Ah, he's heard me. But yes, so the last wolf in Scotland was killed in Glen Turret. So there's something, new information for you. The church is not open. That's a shame, Andrew, because I was going to give a little worship for up and down. Aha, it is open. Let's go in and get away from the noisy man in the tractor. This is my whole thing I was saying to you the other day ago. I've not posted it, but this is about... I'll give you that information later so I don't waste my memory on my camera and my battery. Let's go in and make a prayer for up and down. Just look at these ancient tablets of stone. Fantastic. I'm going into the kirk. I should have brought my megaphone to shout to that tractor man to wheesht. Look at this baptism stone. This will be for open air baptisms, or maybe for drowning those who upset you. Now let's show some respect in here, Andrew. A beautiful church. It's open. Oh, this is wonderful, Andrew. Look. Another wee church for Andrew. This is Fortingall. I'll sign the book in a moment, but look at the display of an ancient church. I'm going to say a prayer for up and down, as I did in Belwydder the other day ago. As I said in Iona, and Amalree, and Kinlochranach. She's worthy of the prayer. She's got to save a soul. These are fresh flowers, Andrew. These are, what a display. That's what up and down should have done. She should have got herself involved in things like flower arranging. Maybe worked as a florist instead in the convents. She could have even worked in haberdashery, because I know she was very fond of embroidery. She used to sit in families, the family get-togethers with all chat and embroider their pinafores and stuff like that, their petticoats. And, let's have a prayer for up and down. Number 31. Let's see if we get number 29. Since it's the 29th of September, 22 will set 29. I do have to remind myself that when I'm making prayer, it's not up and down. I give her a real name and ask for peace in her heart, and that she may prosper and be healthy. Because I think she needs my prayers just now. I think she's at a low point in her life. So, and I also pray for my own family, because extended blessings for all people. That's what it's all about. And the main thing is love, Andrew. I find that anyway. No one can defeat love. Love that spans generations, and someone the love of the people who built the church. I know we talked out there about Picts and the Scots and the Romans and stuff, and all the people would not have had Christianity to rely on, but they certainly had something. So even the fact that they mention that they build churches with the site of a yew tree, that's the early Christians, of course, but even beforehand, the Picts were and stuff were very much aware of what was happening in the skies, in the heavens, and also with nature. So they relied on something, and that something is the same thing that we rely on, and it's been developed through the gospel of Christianity. But there is something protecting us all, keeping us right, making our hair grow even though we don't see it, making our fingernails grow even though we don't see it. making us breathe even though we don't know about it. Well, you do know about it if you have a cigarette and cough and splutter afterwards.